At Pammukale you will see glistening rock waterfalls, terraces and pools with water. Thermal springs here are known for their healing properties, so if you are looking for a place where you can rest and recharge, choose Pammukale. Pammukale is a town located in the western part of Turkey between Izmir and Antalya. The closest major city is Denizli, located approximately 20 kilometers away. Thermal pools are certainly the most popular excursion point in Pammukale. However, apart from them, it is worth spending a moment at the remains of the ancient spa city, Hierapolis. You will see in a moment that everyone will find something interesting here. If you don't want to miss the next episodes of the series about the most beautiful places on Earth, like this video and subscribe to our channel. There are several ways to get to Pammukale. Choose the best one for you, renting a car. One of the most comfortable ways to get to Pammukale is renting a car. If you appreciate freedom and don't like matching your plan to schedules, this may be an option worth considering. The downside is the obligation to have an active driving license, sometimes for a year and longer, and considerably high costs compared to other alternatives. Bus or train connection. It's just a little harder to get to Pammukale by bus or train. Buses from Izmir leave every half hour. The train option requires a change to a minibus in Denizli, departing every several minutes. These are certainly more economical solutions. Trip with a travel agency. A trip with a travel agency has its advantages and disadvantages. One of the pluses is definitely the organization. You don't have to think about anything but simply follow the group. The disadvantage is the high cost and following most popular paths. Many travel agencies organize trips to Pammukale. You don't have to take notes. We have included all the practical info in the description below the video. That's where you can also find links with accommodation, tickets to attractions and tips on how to pay abroad so as not to overpay on currency conversions. Can you imagine a hill on which a pool was created? Or actually, dozens of tiered thermal pools? Pammukale looks just like this, only that the pools were created naturally. The water that comes out nearby contains huge amounts of calcium and a lot of carbon dioxide, which after cooling the water, form calcium carbonate, a chemical compound with a characteristic white color from which these extraordinary lakes are made. In combination with the blue water and cloudless sky which is easy to find in Turkey, the landscape is truly picturesque. The water flowing in Pammukale has thermal properties which had already been appreciated by the ancients. In circa 2nd century BC, the king of Pergamon founded a city here called Hierapolis, the Holy City. After the death of the last ruler of the dynasty, the Romans took control of the city and expanded it significantly, adapting it to their own needs. The remains of Roman buildings stand in the city to this day, and some of them are open for the tourists. Keep watching and see what other interesting spots are at your fingertips in Pammukale. The Romans left many interesting buildings behind. Based on them, we can guess what the city looked like years ago. The ruins of many of them have survived to this day. Domitian Gate. Frontier Street was the main street in Hierapolis. It divided the city into two parts. There were apartments next to it, as well as buildings important for the functioning of the city. It is 1 kilometer long and paved with original Roman cobblestone, which can also be walked on today. Huge gates had been erected at both ends of the street. The Domitian Gate, located on the north side, is more impressive. It was named after the ruler of the Roman Empire of that time. Byzantine Gate. Another gate was built at the southern end of Frontier Street. It is located near the city walls and is less impressive than the Domitian Gate. It was erected in the 4th century. There are fragments of the ancient colonnade running along the main street preserved at the gate. Cleopatra's Pools. Cleopatra is well known to all those who like romance. Apart from her leadership skills and willingness to make sacrifices, she was famous for her extraordinary beauty. Numerous treatments, such as milk baths or using various oils, are also the key to preserve beauty today. One of the pools located in the town of Hierapolis was named after her. It results from the healing properties of water and its positive effect on health and well-being. This water contains sulfur compounds, carbonates and carbon dioxide, and the temperature of the water is around 40 Celsius degrees. Hierapolis, however, is not only gates and pools. Its story is much richer. Keep watching and learn more about Hierapolis. The ruins of many buildings have been preserved in Hierapolis. Some of them performed sacral functions. One of them is the Temple of Apollo, built before the Roman period. Its oldest part, called Plutonium, has quite an interesting history. In ancient times, religion often took advantage of the ignorance of the faithful. The cult had been performed in Hierapolis in a similar way. Thanks to thermal properties of the area, water with minerals dissolved in it sprang in some places, while in others poisonous gas occurred. This was what happened in Plutonium. Every animal or person who incautiously entered this place died instantly poisoned with harmful gas. However, the priests took advantage of this situation. They mastered the art of holding their breath for a long time, thanks to which they left place alive. In the opinion of the faithful, it proved their supernatural power given to them by the gods. Roman theatre. When we think about ancient Greece, the association with theatre almost immediately comes to mind. As a Hellenistic city, Hierapolis should also have such a tradition. However, what is interesting, the theatre in the city was only built during the reign of the Romans. The Roman theatre is one of the best preserved buildings in the town. The slope of the surrounding hill was arranged in such a way as to place a large audience on it. Some sources say that it could accommodate up to 12,000 viewers. Treatments do not always end up well. The history of Hierapolis is full of similar cases, as evidenced by the extensive necropolis located in the town. Traces of numerous sarcophagi and tombs from ancient times have been found there. Hierapolis turned out to be one of the largest cemeteries in this part of today's Turkey. Let us explain why. When the healing water of Pammukale was not able to help the patient, he often died in the town. A large number of immigrant population contributed to the expansion of the local necropolises. The more wealthy someone was, the more majestic tomb was built for him. That's the secret. Don't let a video like this and our other materials get lost in the corners of the internet. Subscribe to our channel and like this video. This way, you can be sure that your list of ideas for a holiday trip will be significantly expanded in a short time. If spending time on the ground is not interesting enough for you, the possibility of a balloon flight is waiting you in the vicinity of Pammukale. It's a unique opportunity to enjoy the beauty of the Turkish landscape. Bird's eye view of the thermal pools in Pammukale will surely remain in your memory for a long time. The hill with the ancient town of Hierapolis delights when viewed from a few hundred meters. Broad perspective, rest away from the hustle and bustle, and, after all, a large dose of adrenaline are just some of the benefits of a balloon flight over Pammukale. All balloon lovers should see our video about Cappadocia on our channel. This region of Turkey is famous for the flights and the amazing landscape below. If you're already planning your trip, you can find accommodation and tickets to attractions on the spot in the links under the video description. You can also order a card for cheap payments abroad the same way. Press the bell and subscribe to our channel if you want to receive notifications about new episodes. Have a nice trip.